Like,
I'm 35.
okay,
Uh,
yeah.
I started training at 14, so that means I've been involved over 30 years. Well, no, sorry, 20 years in this game. If my maths is right. But yeah, so I mean, look, I started competing at 14. I have a lot of my fights from 18 to 20, and then 20. I lived in Thailand. I went over at 20, so I've done 7 to 8 trips in Thailand. I speak a little bit as well, and I lived in Koh Samui for 3 months at 26, and that's when I fought. And I mean, like anything, that's the best way to get a grasp of martial art. Whether say for example, you do karate, you go to Japan, rugby, you come to New Zealand, and to really understand a martial art, I feel like you've got to go to the home. And I do have a love for Thailand. I love everything about it, the people, the language. If you've ever met them or you've been there before, you probably share the same sort of love. But especially too if you do Muay Thai, it's the place to go. And I've been to gyms all around Thailand, so Bangkok. Trained a little bit with Sam A, who's now in One FC. Went to Pattaya, Fairtex. Some of the fighters you'll know out of there, very famous gym. Phuket was tough. I trained at Sitsin Penong, where you had to do a 10K run before you even started training, which that ain't fun. But my favourite place is Koh Samui, just because there's a beach and you can still have good training. They have really good gyms and a good sort of mix of Muay Thai and relaxation.
And when you say you went over there, like, was it just for extended trips, or you actually set yourself up over there? Like, you actually lived over there?
I was only over there for about 2 months. Not as long as some, but it was still a good enough time. Yeah, about 2.5 months. And I lived at the gym for a month, and that was a real eye opener. Because some like you rock over there, and people were like, it's their life. They start fighting at 7 years old. I remember when I first got there, there was a kid crying, and he was like 10, and he had to fight again, and he had to fight because he had to provide money for his family. And for me, it was like heartbreaking, but it's just their life over there, and it's just what it is. I mean, like I said, I slept in the ring a couple of times, Thai pad as a pillow. I had a room then at some stage, but still a room the size of, I'm just trying to look around now, 5 by 5, real small, and just all you got is a fan. And anyone that's lived in Thailand, lived at a gym, and done it like that knows it's like there's no hot water. It's just basically a big bucket of water which you throw over yourself after training. You're training twice a day. You really get into the mindset of what it takes to be a champ over there. And I gave it a crack, and I loved it. And I think it builds you up for anything else you want to do in life. But what I realized over there is it's like making it in anything in life. It is literally the 1%. At CKB you've got Israel, and he's rocking around McLaren, and you've got other good fighters there too. But it takes so much dedication and 20 plus years and an X factor as well to make it. I mean, in New Zealand, it's just Dan Hooker and Israel who've really made it to the top of the top, and everyone else is obviously climbing to get there. But it's going to be a small percentage that make it.